props to him for not taking that deal. That would have been a huge mistake, because now my sources told me like a month or two ago that the Daily Wire froze all the credit cards of all the Daily Wire producers. And they were like pretending it was a new accounting system, trying to cover up what was going on, allegedly. But it sounds like apparently that Jeremy Boring's entire net worth is a smokescreen, and that he's trying to renegotiate contracts with people like the Petersons to try to leech as much money out as he can to just keep the books looking balanced. It sounds like Jordan Peterson, Michaela Peterson, their whole team has been really weirded out by this and is not stoked. I haven't talked to them directly, but it doesn't sound like they like him at all. So anyways, rumor is that Silver Lake is one of the primary private equity firms coming in looking to buy them up. And Ken, Mike, Egon, Greg, Joe, you might want to do a little more due diligence about the books before you make that purchase. Looks like your last investment, according to Wikipedia, was in 2022. This would not be a good way to come back onto the scene. That is just my opinion based upon what I'm hearing from the inside. Based on the chatter on the, shall we say, wire, it sounds like there's no money in the bank, so to speak, and they're not making profits. There's a difference between revenue and profits, and Jeremy has been doing a lot of finagling over the years to try to make it look really good. And realistically, do we even want the Daily Wire to be saved? Like opinion time? Don't we want to see Matt Walsh break out of the Daily Wire?
So hang on a second. And again, like I like this guy, but this is the whole video's been opinion time.
Oh my God, I mean? This is not breaking news. Also, if they filed for bankruptcy, that'd be public record. He just literally said they're bankrupt. They could be on hard times, but there is a false statement right there because they're not bankrupt. I can explain to you guys how the bankruptcy system works, but you have to file for bankruptcy. It is public record, and you have to inform all of your people that, hey, here's a payment plan to get you paid off, or we're just not going to pay you. That's how bankruptcy protection works. You can't claim someone is bankrupt unless they're bankrupt, or else you could say they're not. By my sources, they're not making money. There's no money in the bank. Also 2 words: due diligence.
Yeah.
Alan, do you remember when I went through due diligence 2 years ago?
Yes.
I almost died. It was 6 to 8 hours a day of bullshit.
Yep.
Accountants and attorneys and paperwork and this and that. Look, dude, acquisitions, dude, even a PE investment, which is an acquisition, a form of acquisition, bro, that shit takes time. I know, guys, I don't know if Ian Carroll's ever done one of these acquisitions. Right. I have on multiple occasions. And trust me, it is not like you can't just wake up one day and gonna be like, we're selling. Dude. Yeah. No, it's a fucking process. It is a process. Yeah. And also, if the Daily Wire was looking for investors, it would get out, because what happens is you have usually a broker message, their core people who are prospects, and then normally a Daily Wire will be interviewing multiple potential investors. We interviewed 10, right. Which again is like, who's the best fit, right? Right. Because you still have to work with them. So it's just, there's a lot of things that most people won't. I'm not saying this to sound smart. Look, man, I don't know how to put up a ceiling fan. I'm not good at a lot of things, but the one thing I've experienced and I'm good at is building and selling brands. Yeah. And I've been through the process. So even if I wasn't good at it, I've actually been through the process.
You've at least done it.
But 99% of people watching this will be like, oh, that makes sense. And no, none of this makes fucking sense. You can't call a company bankrupt unless they've actually filed for bankruptcy, which is a public record.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I just thought that it needed to be mentioned, that it just seemed a little like off. You know what I mean? Like, it seems a lot like opinion. And I'm not saying he doesn't have these sources, but like, this sounded extremely Fox News like. Like, one of the things I normally like his videos for is how he comes like, here's this website, it says this, blah blah blah. Here's the facts, right? This was quite a bit of opinion. But
it's honestly, and this is my perspective, because I don't watch a lot of his stuff. Yeah. This sounds like he doesn't like Daily Wire, and he was finding any reason to just drag him.
Yeah, it does, and that's spoken from somebody that doesn't like the Daily Wire, but it does sound like that. So.
And do his own thing. And Matt, don't you think you'll do way better on your own than with the Daily Wire at this point? Like even Jordan Peterson, who a lot of people's perspectives have changed on over time lately, like even he would get a fresh start if he just got away from this shit mess. This is like enigmatic of the times we're in, where even the alternative media has been bought out by big money and played in the same big studio mindset that is just completely contrary to what the new media revolution is all about. The way Jeremy Boring thought he could just replace Brett Cooper with her producer and act like nothing had ever changed and the same audience would stay there, that is enigmatic of this old way of thinking, that the peasants just want to be entertained and you just put programming on their TV and they're guaranteed to watch it. That is not how it works. People subscribe to stories, they subscribe to people, they subscribe to authenticity, and the Daily Wire is the embodiment of an inauthentic, bad storyline that treats all of its people horribly. And I normally try to avoid breaking stories, but it is literally a colander over there. And there are so many leaks pouring information out of the Daily Wire that I cannot keep this shit out of my inbox if I try. And speaking of inboxes, rumor has it that when the Daily Wire took Brett Cooper's TikTok account, you know, a month or so ago, the rumor is that they were trying to read her DMs because they thought that she had leaked the Brett Cooper story to me directly, despite I had never talked to Brett Cooper at all in my life at that point.